और साल में कमो बेश 100 दिन गोश्त खोरी ममनू थी. You couldn't eat meat because it was sacred. बादशाह के सामने सजदा रेज होना लाजमी करार दिया गया था. It was a compulsory act that everyone should bow in front of the king. रेशमी लिबास और सोने का इस्तेमाल जो कि मर्दों के लिए शरन जायज था, अब लाजमी बना दिया गया. शरन नाजायज जायज न था. रेशमी लिबास और सोना, इसको हलाल कर दिया गया. नमाज, रोजा, हज, पर्दा, उलूम इस्लामी, यहाँ तक कि अरबी रस्मुल खत की हौसला शिकनी की. All these were discouraged and disrespected. Everything to do with the Islamic culture. दीवान में किसी की मजाल न थी कि कोई ऐलानिया नमाज अदा करे. Nobody could pray openly in the palace of the king. And there was a drinking place and a gambling place. एक जुआ खाना खास दरबार के अंदर बनाया गया. And all of these acts were the acts of Jalaluddin Akbar. This is ulama-e-Su. And now we come to Sufi-e-Kham. This is the ulama of the time who declared all these things. And you can see how big a revolution this was. The entire religion as we know it now would be changed forever. And then Sufi-e-Kham, those shuyukh, those spiritual leaders who did bayat, who had murid, who had people following them, they declared it right to bow down to Jalaluddin Akbar. They shaved their beards off and presented to Jalaluddin Akbar because it was a Muslim act. And the ulama-e-Su said, the Sufi-e-Kham, these Sufia misguided shuyukh, misguided spiritual Islamic leaders. They said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He descends in people. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not as we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ram, Krishna, and all these Hindu gods are all the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists in us all. Na'udhu billah. We are the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is our creator. We have no comparison with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have no resemblance of the qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the sole creator and we are His creation. And they deferred this and they made a one religion. And Jalaluddin Akbar, they justified this to Jalaluddin Akbar. And they said, if people can be together politically, you are the sole king of this entire empire, why can't they be together religiously? Why do they have Hinduism, Sikhism, Islam, Buddhism, Jewish? They should all have one religion. So they changed they took many things from many religions. And the Sufi-e-Kham and ulama-e-Su declared this to be just. And thirdly, there was the Arbab-e-Hukumat, the people of the government. And you know, the people of the government, the only thing that even this day and age, and throughout time, throughout history, the only thing that is interesting to the people of the government, in most cases, is power, is the kursi, is the throne. And in order to gain proximity, they would do anything to do this. So there were three types of people that Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani had to fight against. And all the Sufia of his time, just like when Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala stood up against Yazid, the good people of the time, because of the might of Yazid, they stayed quiet. They said, we will adopt some other plan to fight Yazid, but not now, because he is too powerful. But Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, he said, no. He might be powerful, but you must stand up against him. Even though I am on my own with my family, I shall stand up against him. And that is the awliya Allah, that is the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who says that if you place sun on one hand and the moon on my other hand, I shall not give up the preaching of tabligh. And this is the preaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you know that you are on the right path, when you know that you are standing up for truth, you don't see whether you are on your own, you have 5 people or 10 people against thousands. Just like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam stood up against the entire Makkah. Just like Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala stood up against army of 100,000 Yazidis with his family, sacrificed his own sons. Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh stood up on his own against an entire superpower. Stood up against these ulama who were hungry for power, for wealth, for money, for proximity to the king. Stood up against Sufi-i Khan, who were known, famous religious leaders. He said, your Aqidah and the most fundamental thing in the Islamic ideology, in Islam, is the Aqidah Tawheed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. Surah Ikhlas is the fundamental of Islam. This is the basis of Islam. This is why 124,000 prophets came to declare Tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when Tawheed is shaken up like this, to say it is okay, permissible to do sajda in front of the Badshah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends into his servants. There is no such other being called Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He exists in this world. This is it. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we see around us. So the Aqidah of Tawheed was challenged and was damaged. Then Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh stood up. And this is the greatest of Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, that he fought against every single evil element. And he had khulafa, people who followed him. He sent these khulafa to different corners of the empire, even to Central and South Asia. And Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh ultimately was called in front of, then Jalaluddin Akbar then passed away. He died, and Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani continued the struggle. His son Jahangir came into power, and he continued this Deen Ilahi. And Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani, Shaykh Ahmad Sarhandi, was called in front of Jahangir. There you have one person, Shaykh Ahmad Sarhandi Faruqi, one sole person against a king of this entire superpower ruling Central and South Asia. And it was compulsory to do sajda in front of the Badshah, in front of the ruler. Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani did not bow down. He came through the door with his feet first, and everybody was shocked at this. Even Jahangir, he could not believe that this person did not bow down in front of him. And Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani said, your religion that you have created, I shall fight against this till my death. And Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani was then captured, was imprisoned for 3 years. Throughout the imprisonment, Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani wrote letters. He changed the entire society around him, and the people of the government became so purified through the teachings of Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani that ultimately the pressure on Jahangir was such that he could not continue in his power, and he changed his point of view. So Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani is a shaykh who did not sit in his khanqah, who did not sit in isolation from the social problems, from the wider problems of the Islamic culture and community at the time. He came out and fought against the king. And in a very beautiful statement, Hazrat Khaja Ubaidullah Ahrar rahmatullahi ta'ala, who is from Silsila Yaliyan, he says, और इसको मैं उर्दू में पढ़ता हूँ और बयान अपना खत्म करता हूँ। हज़रत ख्वाजा उबैदुल्लाह हरार फरमाते हैं कि अगर हम महज पीरी मुरीदी करते तो इस जमाना में किसी और पीर को कोई मुरीद ना मिलता। अगर हम सिर्फ पीरी मुरीदी करते, if we continue to make murids and get a gathering, then nobody could beat us. लेकिन हमारे ज़िम्मे एक और काम लगाया गया है, और वो ये है कि जुल्म के शर से मुसलमानों को हिफाजत महफूज करें, और इस मकसद के लिए बादशाहों से ताल्लुक पैदा करना और उनके नफूस को मुसख्खर करना और इस तरीके से मुसलमानों के मकासद पूरा करना हमारी अहम जिम्मेदारी है। So the Sufiya of Naqshbandi order do not find it sufficient to just do piri muridi. They stand up against evil. They stand up against injustice. And Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani revolutionized the entire kingdom, and he changed the point of view of Jahangir. And then ultimately Jahangir sent a message to say, Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani, I want to meet you. I want to learn from you. And Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani was in the prison. And he said, I shall come and meet you only if you declare all the un-Islamic acts as, if you abolish all these un-Islamic acts. If you declare that the Sharia is the rule of this kingdom. If you declare what is halal, what is haram is haram. If you declare that to eat the cow is halal and to eat the pork is haram. If you declare that to do sajda-e-ta'zim is haram. If you take away all of these acts that your father Jalaluddin Akbar introduced, only then will I meet you. And then ultimately Jahangir presented an order to say that all of these acts shall be changed. And then ultimately Jahangir met Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani rahmatullahi ta'ala, and through years of teaching, Jahangir was totally reformed, and the religion of Islam came back to its original sources. So this is the achievement of Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani, who solely challenged an entire superpower, ulama of his time, the shuyukh of his time. And finally, I shall finish with this. Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani Shaykh Ahmad Sarhandi, आप वो शख्सियत हैं जिन्होंने दो कौमी नजरिए की बुनियाद रखी। The two-nation ideology. You brothers might or might not know that Pakistan was formed on this ideology of two-nation ideology. That in this region of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and all these regions, there are two different nations who reside. One is predominantly Hindu, and the other is predominantly Muslim. And when this, at the time of Mujaddid al-Fisani, when everything was mixed up, and they said Ram, Krishna and Rahman are one thing, Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani said Ram and Krishna and the Hindu gods are a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is entirely different. He's Wahdahu la Shareek. He's Malikul Mulk. He is Khaliq. He differentiated this. And he said Hindus are a different religion altogether from start to finish. Muslims are a different religion altogether from start to finish. He clearly defined these two religions, and he said that these two are different nations residing in this area, in South Asia, in the Indian subcontinent. And Hazrat Allama Iqbal then took this form, took this ideology, and that's how Pakistan came to be. We and our forefathers take honor in the fact that we have a free country, we have a free Muslim state, and the free Muslim state was based on the ideology of Hazrat Mujaddid al-Fisani, and that's why his teachings, his efforts, his struggle has such significance and such importance that he is in fact the forefather. He is in fact the forefather of the ideology behind our Muslim country, Pakistan. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah.